Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Abona Tennis Online Coaching Podcast. This is your coach, JY Abona, where I try to help as many junior tennis players and parents navigate their junior tennis experience, get the most out of it, and hopefully help them achieve their goals. And today I want to talk about the difference between a good attitude and a champion's attitude. This is a very fun one, and it's a fun one because it's a difficult one. It's a complicated one, and this is where I want to live in. I want to live in the environment where I'm trying to figure out these tough issues, because the number one thing I get asked about the most from everybody is how to build mental toughness. How can we be better under pressure? How can we handle stress better, adversity? My child has a bad attitude. What's going on? How can we help them? And so I love to live in these types of arenas, because this is where champions are made. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to help as many players as they can achieve great things. They all want to become champions, and I want to help them do that. So let's get started today. And I'm going to get started with a quote by Jack Dempsey that says, "A champion is somebody who gets up when you can't." And that concept is going to lead us in very well to today, because Michael Jordan, Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, Messi, LeBron, Steph Curry, Djokovic, Federer, Nadal, Michael Phelps, Nolan Ryan, Tiger Woods. Okay, these are just some of the greatest athletes of all time. And the most important thing they have in common is a champion's attitude. Not a good attitude, not a great attitude, a champion's attitude. And there's a big difference. And it's easy to see this difference when things are going against them, when they don't feel well, when they're hurt, when they're tired, when they're facing adversity. Tom Brady down big to the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, as an Atlanta resident right now, that still stings. But we see that in those moments. We see that attitude there. They don't back down. They rise up. They scream. They roar. They get louder, stronger, tougher, meaner. Okay, they rise up to the occasion. They get this look in their eyes that lets you know, oh man, there's that look. We've all seen that look. That's the look I'm trying to explain today. It's that look where they're raising their focus to the highest level possible. It doesn't matter that they've been trying their best. They're trying hard. Oh, they're giving 100%. The situation is asking them to give more, so they'll give more. They need to play better, they'll play better. 100% doesn't matter. The situation is saying you got to do better. So they're going to find a way to do it. No excuses. And that's what makes a difference between a good attitude and a champion's attitude. A champion has the ability to raise their efforts and focus, no matter how high they need to raise it to. If something is standing in the way of what they want, they'll do whatever it takes to succeed, no matter what. Players with good attitudes don't do that. They'll play and train with full physical effort. They'll be nice, they'll be respectful, but when it's not their day, it's not their day. Bummer. That stinks. Oh well, maybe tomorrow, right? But no, there's no tomorrow. Right here, right now, I'm not leaving without my victory. It has to be today. At least that's what a champion would say. See, good attitude players will give you 100% if it doesn't happen. Well, they'll be sad and frustrated, but they'll be happy with their efforts and they'll move on. Not champions. They need the win. And they need it today. At least that's what they're telling themselves in the moment. Afterwards, when it's all said and done, they'll accept the defeat. All right. They'll recognize it's not the end of the world. It's just sports. They have a family. There are more important things. They'll get back to work. They'll take the criticism. They'll do whatever it takes to get better so that they can be better prepared for the next one. Tom Brady's lost for as many Super Bowls he's won. He's also lost many times in the playoffs. Right, Tiger Woods as well. None of these guys are perfect, so they've all lost, but they've all moved on, gotten better, and just prepared for the next time. But in the moment, they're not accepting losing. They're not accepting that they're playing bad. The game's still going on, and they have a chance. And those are the moments where champions are made of. They'll take that chance, even if it's small, but they'll tell themselves, wait a minute. You're saying it's a 1 in a million chance? For my Dumb and Dumber friends. Okay, hopefully you've seen that movie and know that line. But they'll take that 1 in a million chance and be like, wait, I got a chance. Okay, well, let's go. Let's do it. What do I need to do? All right, I'll figure it out. And that's something that is hard to explain to someone if they haven't gone through something incredibly difficult and challenging and refuse to back down. And I recognize that it can seem like an unfair thing to explain to a young athlete, a child, because I don't imagine a psychologist would be very thrilled with a coach saying that a child's physical effort is not enough, that there is something deep inside of them, something mental, something emotional, an extra gear, a sixth, a seventh gear that they have to tap into if they want to take their game to the next level. They have to. They can't find it. They cannot tap into themselves. I imagine that psychologist would say, well, that's unfair because you're making it all about winning or losing. No, we're not putting pressure and saying 100% is not enough. It's just when you're going through adversity and you're going through something difficult and you're down and you think you're out, you can't tell yourself you're out. You actually have to just work harder. You have to be smarter. You have to figure anything out. Because if you give yourself the out, if you just tell yourself, well, maybe today's not my day, it's over. It's over. If you can only win when you see a path forward, if you can only win when you're up in the scoreboard or when it's close, you're not going to be a champion. Champions are decided how they handle things when they are down, when they're losing. Anybody can play great and have a great attitude when things are going well for them. It's what happens when things are going completely against them. They do not accept it. They find a way to play better when it matters. Okay. And that's the hard part, but that's the difference, right? And I've had to have that conversation with kids before. It's hard, and I try to be very careful with my words. All right. I try to lay it out there. Look, I'm only talking to you in this way because I'm not in the happiness business. I'm not in this is a nice after school sport and we're having a great time and, bummer you lost. That's okay. We're going to go home. Look, I'm not in that business. And if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably not listening to this for that as well. I'm in the high performance space and you're probably in that space as well. Okay. I'm in the growth business. I'll be happy improving as a tennis player while trying to achieve my goals type of business. Okay. If the players I work with don't see a path towards more growth and success and having a better chance at achieving their goals, they won't be happy. That's not the way they want to enjoy tennis. That's not what they signed up for. This is not that kind of activity for them. Yeah, they love the sport. I mean, they love feeling the ball in the racket and the cool angles and the great winners, and they love watching TV and all of that. But they love to compete. That love for competing right now is more important than their love for just the game. So it's a thrill of a lifetime for them. They love competing that much, and they love competing in the sport they love. And losing sucks, and winning is fun. And that's the fun I'm trying to help them have. And that's why I have to have those tough conversations with them, because that's what they're there for. If they want to tell me that, look, that's what they're there for. And it's not for everyone. I say it all the time. There's multiple ways to enjoy tennis. Choosing the right path is important because that's where someone's going to find their true happiness. Neither one is wrong. If a player comes up to me and says, look, I want to get better. I love playing tennis, but look, it's okay if I don't make Division I. I'm okay with that. And look, if I don't win this tournament, like I'm going to try, but it's not the most important thing in the world. Education is more important and all this and that. That's totally fine. I'll coach them that way. I won't have that kind of conversation with them because they're not trying to achieve things that are extremely, extremely difficult. Anyone can play tennis, sign up for tournaments, learn how to hit a better serve or forehand, and have a great time. Not everyone is meant to be a champion. And what I need to do is reach inside these players and find out, do they have it within them? to rise up to adversity, to difficult challenges, and step up to something that they already have a very low probability of succeeding? Can they rise up to that and accomplish the almost impossible? And you cannot accomplish the almost impossible with a good attitude, where you're a nice, kind, respectful person and, oh, nice shot. Of course, I want a good attitude. Of course, I want good sportsmanship. I don't want them throwing and breaking rackets and cheating just to win. No, but I do want them to care when things are not going well against them and to have that mindset where I'm not going down today. I don't have a choice. And it has to feel that way. And you have to believe it. Because when you feel like you don't have a choice and your back is against the wall, that's when you'll reach to whatever gear you need to get to. And we talked about that sixth or seventh gear, any gear, whatever it takes. When you truly actually believe you don't have a choice, you'll figure out a way. You'll reach down inside you. And that's when you'll be able to play at a level and focus that you never thought possible. And again, when the match is said and done, yes, then we can talk about it. We'll tell you how proud of you are, and we'll say, great job, great effort, because yes, it really is okay if you lose. The world is not over. But in terms of achieving the goals that you're setting out, these difficult goals, if being the best tennis player you can possibly be during competition is the route that you're choosing, then you need to know the difference between a good attitude and a champion's attitude and embrace it. It's not for everyone. Enjoy the grind. Good luck out there.